Hey. Happy Thursday. I thought, and I know folk are tired of hearing me discuss this because I've gone in with what I know. And I thought, I don't have anything to gain or lose by this conversation. Just like with any conversation. One, we couldn't talk about support black women and defend black women and take care of black women and protect black women, and then we allow black women, whether we agree with how they respond or not, we go hard on them. Well, what happened to all this defend black women, protect black women? And I think what happens in this particular instance, people are focusing more on someone's responses and making that their whole identity instead of making this is how they're responding to this situation. Now, the situation at hand is more about the Monique, but Taraji had the breakdown about what's going on in Hollywood and how she's tired because she thought about giving up because she's tired of not being paid the same amount of money for much better work than a lot of folk. And so there's this thing going around. There's a comparison shot with Monique and Taraji, and it's saying Monique saying said the same things Taraji said, but y'all ain't ready to have the discussion. And so people are going back and forth from this to the other. And this is something that I have to go back because a lot of times people just jumped on the bandwagon. Monique is loud and she cusses and da 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 da. That really does not matter. I'm going to tell you why that does not matter. Because people are so focused on the how it's being said or whatever the case it be. And again, I'm not into policing people's pain. What I do know is that, and again, let me go back. Monique's story has not changed. Has not changed. All these years it has not changed. And I'm gonna throw this in there too. It's just like how all y'all, a lot of folk threw Aunt Viv under the bus. And I was saying, this woman who's been acting, singing, dancing is making perfect sense. Y'all dogged Aunt Viv for years until Will finally sat down and spoke the truth. Now all of a sudden, everything's good. And it's the same thing. Y'all won't even let this Monique thing go even after, what's the guy's name? Y'all know the guy. Anyway, it was Oprah Tyler and Lee Daniels. Until Lee Daniels finally came back and said, I apologize. And this is the thing. Let me go back to what happened. Lee Daniels and Monique were friends. Monique did the movie for whatever the amount of money was. Monique's comedy gold. Monique's funny. She's hilarious. She can act. She proved that she can act. She did what she was supposed to do. This is the contract. And think about this. When y'all go to work, there's certain things that y'all are required to do. And realistically speaking, if there's something that y'all don't want to do, y'all don't have to do it. And y'all will still have your job. Monique did everything she was contractually obligated to do. That movie took off like a rocket. It was awesome. So, with all this buzz and this Oscar buzz and what do you call it? Award season, they're telling her over and over they want her to do this press. They want her to do this press. Now, this is where y'all got it twisted. She said politely several times during this award season. Now find me someplace where she doesn't say it. Somewhere along this award season, they kept asking her to do this press, do this press, do this press. She politely said no. They kept pressing. They kept pushing. So she finally asked, well, y'all want me to do this press over in other countries. How much are y'all going to pay me? Oh, we're not paying you to do this. Then I'm not doing it. And she has that right based off her contractual obligations. She did what she was supposed to do. Now, let's take it a little bit further. During award season, every time, even when she won the Golden Globe, she always praised Lee Daniels. She always talked about this. It was always good energy. She won the Oscar. They're doing all this other stuff. Well, no, maybe before that. Anyway, um, she's Oprah wants to interview her. Now, Monique has openly talked about being molested by her older brother. Monique, Oscar buzz, may have won by now. We know Monique. We know her comedy. We know the Parkers. We know Monique. We're interested in Monique. We want to know her story. Oprah decides she wants to, again, the sensation. You can love Oprah. People are people. Good people do bad things sometimes. Bad people do good things sometimes. It is what it is. You ain't got to agree with everything, but people are not above reproach. And when people do things wrong, they deserve to be called out, especially if you do something publicly. Oprah decided she wants to interview Monique's mother and brother. We don't know them people. Also, Monique said, I'm not on good terms with my mother right now, so that's not a good idea. So here it is. You have this person who has this Oscar buzz, who's won this Oscar than the other, who we're interested in, but you, all-powerful woman, decide, oh, I'm going to go ahead and interview your mother and brother who molested you without you even being present, even after you said you didn't want me to do that. So that's a stab in the back. So we could stop right there and talk about the betrayal, but we're talking about the way she responded. That was some hard shit for her. And then this great, wonderful, everybody looks up to this black woman, and you go behind my back and you do something I told you was not good. Then the whole empire was going well, and someone asked her, Monique, if y'all go back to these interviews, Monique ain't starting nothing. Monique was simply answering questions that people were asking. They mentioned empire. See, I remember this stuff. I remember the interview, and she said that she was thought of for empire. And I remember saying, but that's Taraji's role. And then there's this whole big thing about, I guess whatever happened with her and Lee Daniels. He's in his feelings now, because she won't do this press. And he says she was never in the running. She was never even thought of, and she showed the receipts. And again, those of you who know Hollywood know, we're not going to send you this script if we're not thinking about you. So that was a lie. So then you got Oprah with that, and then Lee not defending and not saying, you know what she actually did, I don't, whatever, or just being silent. But you add to the foolishness when you see this black woman going down. Now, as far as Tyler Perry, again, you can say in private that I'm right and I agree with you to Monique, but you won't say it publicly. So you got three big time black folk who can destroy your career, who can blackball each other. That's basically what they did. And all they had to do was either not say anything or just tell the truth. Because all this went out of control in all these years. Oh, let me backtrack. Something I heard Monique say, and this is why I got to give Monique her props. Monique talks about she has a strained relationship with her first son. She said, and the strained relationship is because she was so busy chasing fame and chasing Hollywood. And at one point, she promised God if he ever gave her a second chance, she would never put Hollywood or anything over her family. Here comes Sydney and the twins. God has blessed me with a husband and some twins, and I'm focusing on my family. But y'all are trying so hard to get me away from my family. If I'm going to be away from my family, y'all going to pay me. Oh, y'all want me to do all this free press and don't want to pay me? But y'all will pay all these other folks to do all this other stuff. And then, again, your comedy is hot. Y'all coming, and again, people talk about that's rich people's problem because of being, no, it's about equity. You give somebody like Amy Schumer all this amount, or you offer this amount of money, you offer Monique this amount? That's unfair. And because Taraji, I know folk who are real close to her. And I know she's such a warm heart. She don't take no shit, but she's a little bit more sensitive. And Monique was like, look, I may not make it into the promised land, but I'm making it easy for, and like these folk who call, the thing, the kiss of death for black women in Celebrityville is to be called difficult. And here it is, you got these folk who just sat around and let the universe dog y'all when they could have easily stepped in and said, you know what? I was wrong for this, I was wrong for that, I was wrong for that. So this is my point. A lot of y'all get mad at Monique because she is going hard with the disrespect. And it's one of the things, even when she talks to these people, she's kind, she's loving, she ain't going, she's telling, when she's asked in interviews, she tells the truth. When she's with these people one-on-one, even the foolishness with Steve, when she was like, again, when Steve said, we all know Steve, but when Steve said, here's the money game, Mo, and Mo sat and listened and politely grabbed his hand and said, but my brother, before there was the money game, there was the integrity game. And so a lot of y'all looking at her delivery and not what she's actually saying, not the hurt that caused her to respond this way, not the years that we don't even know about before she even became Mo. And again, we can't, on one hand when it's convenient, protect black women, and then we throw this one down. And for what? What? Besides you not liking her response, the way she responded to what happened to her personally, what has she done? Really? What has anything she said so far been a lie? Has anyone come back and refuted what she said and backed it up? Not just said, oh, she's lying. Prove it. Because she's always got receipts for her. So this is one of the things, it's like, I've never met Monique. I've never been to a show, but I'm always on the side of truth. Y'all who know me know I'm on the side of truth. And so many of y'all jump on, and not just with this situation, so many situations, everybody's in the comments, and then we find people who like us or who aren't as bright as us, and so they're in the comments agreeing, and that's good, but facts actually matter. They should still matter. And I hate that we're getting so far away from what factually happened and getting all caught up in the whirlwind of, oh, the delivery, oh, I wouldn't have done this. And that's one of the things too. We often say when we're not in a situation, how we're going to respond. You never know how you're going to respond to a situation until you're in that situation. So, having said that, I just want, no matter how you feel about the delivery or Monique, the person, or whatever, Monique, the comedian, Monique, the actress, whatever it could be, feel how you feel. I just like, if you're going to operate on something, go with the facts, not the bandwagon stuff that people are just floating out there. Factually, three of the biggest people in Hollywood, in Black Hollywood at the time, watched this girl for years, and every time somebody said something about her, no one was there to say it. As a matter of fact, I'll even do it like this. When Barack Obama was running against John McCain, and that woman stood up and said, I don't trust him. He's a Muslim and whatever she said. And John McCain said, no, he's not. He's a fine man who I disagree with on a lot of issues, but he's not that. And so that's the thing. Instead of us allowing, especially when we know the truth of a situation and we just sit back and just watch people dog somebody based on a lie, that ain't cool. And it's not cool when we jump in not knowing the facts and we just add all that stuff. So I said that, again, nothing I said is incorrect. So y'all can go back, and if y'all are interested, since people have so much to say about this, if you're interested, go back to the beginning of when pressure started, when it started getting the buzz, and look at all Monique's videos, look at all her interviews, and look at every time she won, how much she talked about Lee Daniels and this, that, and this, and other. She didn't start this stuff, but she kept receipts so that every time y'all come up against her, whatever. But again, the thing is, her and Taraji are saying the same thing. They're both tired, but they're saying it differently. And again, I can't force anybody, because I can just put the facts down in front of you. Whatever you decide to do with the facts is up to you. All right. Whoo. Yeah, because I wanted to do a different video, but yeah, I just had to put that. Sometimes, well, facts always matter. So sometimes there are conversations happening, and we don't know all the facts, and we just jump on based off of. And some people don't even. They'll read a headline and just go for broke off the headline. So I'm just saying. When someone brings up the Monique situation ever again or does a comparison, before y'all dog Monique or her response, understand what all happened to her. And this is just in this instance. There's no telling what happened to her in her life before then. So again, I'm not one of those people who try to police people's pains. Your response to your trauma is, your triggers are your triggers. Who, in the words of Andrew, who are me to judge? So, all right.